Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Wuthering Impacts. So today I'm quite excited. We have not one but two new updates. So we have the first update, which is going to be Genshin Impact's new version. It doesn't have a main quest, but I'm quite excited with the side quest or the quest which was going on with this little Pokemon or whatever you're gonna call it. And then I'm most excited about Wuthering Waves, this particular update. There are
How do
two
you
big
like
reasons and one big reason.
this flower?
One big reason is the quest. I've seen the trailers and all the live streams, and let me tell you, it was quite enticing. I really want to play that quest. And then we have two big reasons, which are here, of course. So I'm going to try and pull for Cantarella here, and I'm really hoping to get her. And then wait, I'll pull for Cantarella. I was just checking whether my voice is correct or not. Let me. Hello, hello, mic check. Yeah, it is correct. So I think someone is here at the screen. Wait a second. Yo, bro, long time no see. Are you also back with Wuthering Waves new version? I think you were playing Wuthering Waves a lot lesser as far as I remember. So how's it going? Yeah, yeah. We were talking about the resolution and all. I'm not going to purchase these. Oh, we are gonna have a lot of pulls now. Uh, it's going to be a long journey getting her. I'm not expecting to get her at the first pull itself, but let's see. By the way, have you gone through the new endgame content which Wuthering Waves have started? This whimpering waves. Screen size, yeah, man. I've shifted to a gaming PC now. It's not 9 is to 16. Wait a second. Huh? I think my 9 is to, I think I was using 16 into 9 before, no? 16 is to 9. And there is, you would see some difference in the quality as well. Wait a second. I think I have maxed out the, yeah, I maxed out the quality so far. Anyway, let's collect these good asteroids so that we can have some blast with the pool. It's happening again. I have trophies as well. I I didn't know about this trophy. Anyway, how has it been, man? How is everything going? Are you playing these? What are you playing these days? Genshin, Wufa, or Zenless Zen Zero? I already have Camellia, so I'm not going to go for her. So Cantarella is the one. Let me get all the pulls which I can for now. These are the best purchases. Yeah, yeah, I've added Phoebe's pic in the background. It's going to be Cantarella next if I'm able to pull for her. So I think I've got 30 pulls and I'm at how much pity? So I'm at 60 pity and okay, you're talking about whimpering wastes, right? I really like that game mechanic. It is good. Okay, so I'm at 60 pity and I have 30 pulls and I'm really hoping to get her. You should do this season, man. I mean, the first the first 11 stages are easier this time. The infinite one was a bit harder. Anyway, let's see how much we are going to get. We are going to get Cantrell or not. No, no, not on this one. 20 more pulls to go. Oh, we have gold now. Okay, this gold was kind of obvious. I was actually pulling for Brant, but then I got to know about Cantrella, so I've kind of stopped pulling, which I really.
The sea is a mirror. It reflects the shape of your soul in its tides.
Finally I got her. Finally. I mean, it was not a lucky pull, but still it feels so good. Should I try her weapon as well? What is the pity at weapon? Pity is not good in weapon, but I can still try. What are the other weapons? Thank you so much, bro. That's really great. Finally getting one. Yeah, Denza is not that good. Neither Lunar Cutter of Fusion Aspiration. Well, I mean, I have pull, so I might as well try. First, let's do this 10 pull and see what I'm going to get. Okay, my luck is not that good, but it's decent, I would say. Let's do 10 pulls, 20 pulls here as well. Let's see. I am playing at. Let me see, man. Which server is it? How can I see the server here? I think it's CEA only, as far as I remember. Okay, so weapon pull, go. No gold. Cadenza. 10 more pulls to go. Oh, will I get the weapon as well? I damn hope so. Yes! I got the weapon as well. I think Camellia's banner is very lucky for me. I've got her as well as her weapon and her banner, and then we have Cantarella, and I've got both the weapon and the character in case of Cantarella as well. Okay, the first thing first, let's pull. It's a guarantee. You're telling me that this weapon is a guaranteed banner? Really? Anyway, whatever that is, it, it felt good. We have new players here as well. Okay, so first things first, let's try building her.
Would you like a fun game?
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
And she's good. Okay, let's see her weapon as well. I think it's gonna take some time for me to build her. A lot of rectifiers here. Yeah, I've been quite lucky in rectifiers, especially. Like I have Stellar Symphony and Swing Master as well. And then I've got this as well, which is good, I guess. So anytime, yeah, yeah, you could say that. In Genshin, I've never ever tried Weapon Banner. I did not even thought of trying Weapon Banner in my whole 3.5 years or whatever that time is. I've only done around 20 to 30 pulls in Genshin, not more than that. Anyway, let's build a banner as well. No, no, it's not. It's not 100% limited. I mean, it could be in the weapon banner, but at least in the character banner, it's not 100% limited. I'm not sure about the weapon banner though. If weapon banner is guaranteed, then it's worth pulling in it. It's definitely worth it. I think I would be able to max out if I have sufficient XP. No, I don't have sufficient XP. But still, I would be able to get it to level 60 for now. Then I can, I guess, start. Uh, okay, I think this much level is fine. Let's level her here as well.
How exquisite. Like a storm crashing into a still sea, stirring it to life with waves that reach for the sky.
Okay, I have to collect this as well. So, time to go for what is her best echo set? Midnight Rule. I have a lot of Lorelei with me, so yeah, yeah. Come on, let's see your account, man. Why not? Where is the search option here? I think it's here. Hmm. What is your UID? Man, if it's 100% limited banner and 100% in weapon banner, then it's worth pulling there. मेरे हिसाब से तो मैं always pull करूँगा weapon banner में. Even if I don't get it right now, I can get it later on. So I will always going to pull for it. Anyway, what's your UID? Let's see. Let me add you as a friend first. Before that, why is it blinking? Okay, I have to go and do this. I have lots of quests pending. Anyway, yeah, yeah. I will go for main quest now. Mm, You, you've typed the. Wait a second. I'm not going to change the title. What happened?
The Shorekeeper. This name suits me well enough. It aligns with my purpose and drive. They only exist because of you.
So I have to go to Egla town. Yeah, yeah, no issues, man. Have you sent the ID? Your UID? I'm yet to get that. Let me fast travel somewhere nearby, and then I will try to go to the main quest. Uh, but the question is, okay, do I have to complete the Silver Moon? I have not completed the Silver Moon or Crimson Moon. Not sure. Let's first consume these. So the first
Would you
priority
like a
to level up
fun
is going
game?
to be Cantarella. Okay.
The
Nine zero
tides have
five zero
whispered
seven
of
three
your
nine two one.
arrival.
Wait, friends, add a friend. So yeah, I can see your UID now. 507392. Bro, you are already added. Yeah, I've already added you before.
The Shorekeeper. This name suits me well enough. It aligns.
Oh, you
The
also
sea
got
is a
Cantarella.
mirror.
Have
It
you pulled for
reflects the
her
shape of
today
your soul
itself?
in its tides.
This is your account, right? Okay, how can I see the characters? Hmm. Is this the only way?
The
Looks
Shorekeeper.
like it.
This name suits me well enough. It aligns with my
It doesn't
purpose and
allow you to
drive.
see.
The Shorekeeper. This.
The
Yeah,
sea
it doesn't allow you to see the characters, I guess. I'm able to see that in Genshin. Oh, you also got the weapon. That's good, man. Congratulations to you too. Let's start the main quest then. Okay, I was going to uh, finish and
Would
consume
you
the
like
wave
a
plates.
fun game?
Then I
Between.
would jump off to.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Let's defeat Lorelei few times, and then I will jump off to. Yeah. And you can only do show two characters. Genshin has a better system in this. I mean, you can see, I think, five or six characters you can show to everyone, which I think is better.
The lovely smell of all my prey. Vitality? Sour! Let's have fun! I'll warm up. Leave it to me. Walnut. I engraft you new. Loading. Aerial flank. Mamma mia! Can't lose the rhythm. Improv performance. Don't run. Keep the dance going. Stemming. Every story needs drama. I'll warm up the bloom from ashen shell. Keep trying.
Was it bad? investigate.
Reborn from ancient roots.
The new weekly boss. I think I'm going to try it after going to the main quest. For now, let's focus on.
Would you like a fun game?
I'm going to just consume all the wave plates
The
in order
tides have
to.
whispered of your arrival.
Okay, this is. I think I have sufficient helix. Okay, wait a second. Why is this opening up?
Would you like a fun game between the two of us?
Where is. Okay.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Isn't it going to the wrong place? Why is it going to the wrong place? Wait a second. No, this is not the one. Yeah, this is the one, right? It is going to flaming resonance only. I think this is kind of messed up. Okay, let's not go through here then. I think they've messed this up a bit. Yeah, Abyss of Initiation. This is the one. This is the one I wanted to go to. Is that a bug, I think? I'm excited to try. Yeah, the new. I think you will get early access for that boss. You usually get early access for these new bosses.
Grafting, suffer! Let's have fun! Mamma mia! Time for some crowd work! I'll warm up the crowd. Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers! Clipping. Okay, arrow stunt. Sensor show! Mamma mia! Avanti! Reborn from ancient roots! Loading. Sprout a budding seed! Struggle harder! Entertain me! Huh? Crimson Blossom!
I think I've done this enough times. So the dailies should be done, I guess. Then I can move on to the main quest, which I wanted to do for quite some time now. Can press head on, but not the good. Okay, let's do the quest now. I think this quest is going to be interesting. Should have the closure of the story which is going on right now. Let's see.
You there, Abster?
Thanks, bro. Well, I hope I will enjoy.
What's up?
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all.
Well, let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinels say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky? Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds. Otherwise, we would have seen some sign of it on the ground. In the shape you're in, are you sure you could fly that far?
Hey, come on! It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Eglet Town would be a perfect launch pad.
What was this shame line? Oh, yeah, someone here.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you? Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece. Salutations, Rover. My name is Chacona, a wandering bard. I'm glad to have met you. I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise, surprise, the melody led me right to you. Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting distracted, right?
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has something happened?
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartathea. She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartathea since. That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time, to see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with Cartathea?
Yeah, it's the best story, and I'm getting excited. And yeah, 2.3 is going to be a blast, I think. We are going to get a lot of pulls. I hope the characters are also good so that I can pull for them. I'm going to save a lot of this asteroids now, especially since I've pulled for Cantarella here, and I don't think I have any more characters which I want to pull.
The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count. Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Textures. That should do it. Now then, Rover, time for you to tune in to your memories.
Tune into my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
Laureate. Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them. What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment, but this seems unexpected.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their Resonator?
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the Resonator for Leviathan, the Threnodian. But you really don't have any idea?
I've actually been searching for the answer to this question too. My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a Resonator, and the moment I was given the name Fleur-de-Lis. I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
You rang? Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart. Basically, we're sorta in that hover mode you once joked about. Nothing new to me, though.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo? Yes. I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance powers. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's... I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals. I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
The scent of a Threnodian. You can perceive the Threnodian.
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I'd never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. We came across Threnodian powers before in Jinzhou, so it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's Resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first. Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well.
After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden, trying to regain her powers. In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel. Spending so much time alone in the Sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. And I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your Sonorosphere?
A part of the Sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave, and no one can enter. I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the Sonorosphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna. It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside. Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish. I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator. It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise, no matter the outcome. This may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
Bro, this cutscene was really, really good. Yeah, I've seen through everything.
Over.
Yeah, she is cuter than.
Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake.
I like this character
How are
as
you
well.
feeling? Any headache,
She
tingling
Kona,
feet, upset
whatever her
stomach?
name is. And from the beginning, they have dropped bomb after bomb
Phew.
after bomb.
I tried everything, but
So
you just wouldn't wake up.
I'm really excited
thought you
about
were-
this question so far. It hasn't
Wait a second.
been
Did you
slightly
actually fall
boring
asleep
for now.
listening to my music?
I think
Oh.
after the quest related to the
Kind of breaks
storekeeper,
my heart to know you
this
reacted
is
like
one of
that
the
when it
best.
wasn't even a lullaby.
No, it was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm? Wow. So my forte created a special connection that led to some unexpected developments. The girl, is she friend or foe? What truths
think
lie
they
behind
should
the
have,
seal? And who is that mysterious wandering figure?
made her voice a bit more with
I have a feeling
emotions.
this is going to be a very
Her
exciting
emotions are
film.
missing. I don't know. Her expressions are very good, everything, but her emotions are missing. I have no idea why it's leaving. Maybe that is how they have kind of created this
I'll
scene, I
pass
would
this
say.
information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Why is he in the air?
Pardon the intrusion, my lady. My name is Sebastian. As per milady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Phasalia estate for a discussion.
The Phasalia family? The one that's likely worshipping the Threnodian?
Why does she want to talk with me?
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred
We cannot
previously.
expect such precision from the alien. I think we should
Tell
give
her I accept the
developers some
invitation, but
space, I would say.
at a later time.
I will convey your message to Milady.
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta. She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say. I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm? She's known to be a recluse, and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Phasalia family. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear first? I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts? Hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source
I take my
material.
words back.
So, ready to
The
dive right
voice
in?
is good. Mythic expressions, I would say.
Well, long story short, the Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands. Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic
I'm not
plants
sure whether
is
that
a
is a
legacy
glitch or not.
passed down through generations.
Still, it's
Word
fine,
is,
man.
they
With the
select the new head
kind
of
of
household by
content
having
that they are
candidates
creating,
ingest each
I'm
other's
fine with
poisons
these
and
small
wait to see who's
problems,
still
I would
breathing when it's all over. Stories about the current head of the Phasalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it. In any case, the Phasalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to handle with care. If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how Cardathia spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier. Can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person. Looks like I'll need to pay her a visit.
So now we are going to reach Cantarella, I think. Okay, the quest has unlocked just now. I mean, the kind of story that I've seen so far, this looks to be quite good, I would say. Okay, so it's in this thing. I have to get out of here first. This is a bad glitch, I would say. Glitch or whatever you would like to call, but it is not at all good. Now I can go.
Hello. I received Chacona's memo. To think the head of the Phasalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Phasalias try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates.
I don't think that would be necessary, but let's see.
One moment, please. I shall inform Milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary. To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper, especially when it was I who extended the invitation. Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival. Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study?
Our first impression is good. Eight-hour long. It's going to be a long night. I think I'll have to take some break as well. But I'm finishing it today for sure. Let's see how long would my willpower last. Let's see.
Won't you have a seat? I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto. Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
She's asking so nicely, why not?
This tea, is it from Jinzhou?
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna? So you've noticed something is amiss? As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous two attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart? Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
Okay, they are dropping bomb after bomb.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue. It represents the unbroken friendship between the Phasaelius and the Order.
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
This is it. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave, even if you want to. Just as I expected, the Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in this sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form. A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Resonator, to save Imperator. In return, I will agree to whatever condition or request you make. I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Resonator. I can offer you a glimpse into Resonator's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you described, only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's Resonator and later save Resonator. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate? The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their Resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact. That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their Resonator. To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
And what about Cardathea?
The Martyred Maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the Maiden was already dead. In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the Divine Trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers. While overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The Maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cardathea's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the Sonaro sphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinshi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
By all means. Rover, who are you really? The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Okay, I kind of expected
Please,
that, but it's
enlighten
still
me.
a very basic.
I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master? Then, I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Resonator back from the brink of chaos? Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cardathia and Imperator Sonaro Sphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you are the one that Cardathia sensed wandering outside the Sonaro Sphere.
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Phasalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
I don't know, man. I actually
Why do
thought
the
of that
Phasalias have a
at
cable
the
car
same
that leads
time.
directly to the Sonaro Sphere?
Before it became a Sonorosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Phasalias and the Order, and this underground cable car was intended to send scions of the family.
So I love this train echo.
You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor. Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Resonator. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Thessalians have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations.
I think it's Charlie.
Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters,
Yes,
Thessalia
this is
tradition
Master
dictates
Charlie.
that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation. Outside, they call me the Bane, but historically every head of the Phasalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet. We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the Sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here. Strange. area was clear of tacit discords on my last visit, and there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the sonorous field side?
Didn't think there would be golf clubs here.
Interesting. I've never seen such little creatures before. The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order. A day when the leaf burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none escaped. These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark tide that should have spread across Resonator vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the sonorosphere's interior.
Sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Carterfield. The gateway into the sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere. And who can wield the sword?
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm Cantarella, and you are?
Cantarella Phasalia.
Oh, a Phasalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the sort of divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it? The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Threnodian's resonator, nor that you ate its cause.
Huh? This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Threnodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are two other swords, the Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltia. Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the three swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Threnodians' doing?
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please. Cartathea would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry. Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
What you said to Cartathea back there...
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too. I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground. Tacit discords, the Dark Tide, and these ruins themselves.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone. It's the name I gave to a gondola.
This place is looking amazing. Bro, you are thinking about us too much. So game after all. That is a good question, bro. It's better to play with
This
female Roman, I
gondola
guess.
only has...
Oh dear, I completely forgot about this.
Greed will get you punished.
I'm afraid Foam would refuse that suggestion.
The two of you can go on ahead.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers?
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am. We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this... Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again. As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now. Vines, over there. And that statue.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it to purify the first Dark Tide. I see now. The lingering remnants of the Dark Tide must be trapping the spark. To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
I did not get what she just said. Yeah, that
If
seems
the
to be the
Threnodian
most
created the Dark
sensible
Tide,
option.
maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we shouldn't burden it further. More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Leave it to me. Don't worry. This much I can still handle.
Oh,
The vines are remnants of the dark tide. Foam won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark. This calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try? It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
I did not build it.
One more time. Break. Hopefully this helps. Strike from the shadows. I sense your weakness. No hesitation.
Hurry. We need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns. Sounds like Foam's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Sure, man. And I'm not sure you would be able to watch this till the end. And actually, I'm not sure till how much I'm going to complete this. I'll try to stretch it as much as I can.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
You've helped a lot. Worry about that for now. Another water rise is coming up. You planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city, but all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
And that's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the dark tide itself. Obstacles ahead. Let's get off here. There it is, up there. But judging by the distance, we'd be hard-pressed to make it back in time.
Can you use your ability from somewhere in between to clear them all at once?
I might not have that range. But there may be tacitite devices nearby that can help amplify my forte. Let's see if we can find one.
Let me be there for everyone, as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
That's it! A tacitite device.
Leave it to me. The end has come. I sense your weakness. Hopefully this helps. Disperse.
This should do the trick.
Hopefully this helps. Strike from the shadow. Moment of resonance.
So far, it's not boring at all. Let's see rest of the posters. I'm quite enjoying it, actually.
You okay?
Just catching my breath. You go get the remnant spark. Up ahead is the Tower of Salvation, and that's where the first pedestal is located.
Tower of Salvation?
Yes, a name taken from the Order's Codex. I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding. To live with no memory of the past. Would it be so different from choosing to end it all? I must find the answer. Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry. As for you, if I really am...
I can take care of myself. If it comes to that, I'll still remember the girl who...
I should go back for Cantarella. Will you wait here for us?
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, Fong.
I saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone injured? You're not hiding anything from me?
Your smile is...
Oh, I ins...
Getting a bit confusing. Oh,
Wind
something like
guide
that.
me.
New.
There's no knowing what will happen once Turvin is placed on the pedestal. It's best we prepare ourselves.
No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. Forged from primordial seas, this crown shall grant a new identity. Fleur-de-lis, child of divinity, the Immaculate One. Will you uphold the sacred teachings of the Order of the Deep?
I will.
Salvation, unity, ascension. Of these three doctrines, which do you choose?
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and offering salvation to those in peril.
In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. May the blood of justice never run dry. Through this sacred rite, you become the bridge between the heavens and the living. From this day forward, you shall be the Master's sole receiver and herald. Rise, blessed maiden, fleur-de-lis. None but the Master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee.
Okay, she's getting the wind energy, I guess.
I told ya to stop sticking random stuff in here. Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that frequency was? It's gonna give me indigestion! I should ask you that. What did you do just now? I was dozing when bam! Out of nowhere, a giant blue ball landed on top of me. It almost squished me.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the pedestal has something to do with it.
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that big Gigantor back in Jinjo.
The Sentinel of Jinjo. If what our little echo friend says is true, then the frequency that entered your tacit mark could be Imperator's powers.
Huh? But the Sentinel isn't even here.
The power to split and manipulate space.
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation. Only this time the place of confinement has become your tacit mark.
Why would it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true maiden, under the right circumstances. The one to wield this sword and enter the sonorosphere would be the Sentinel's Resonator. The Blessed Maiden and the Sentinel entrusted their power to the Resonator so that she could lend assistance when the corruption of the Threnodian altered them. Quite logical, isn't it?
You don't seem too thrilled about it.
If Imperator set this in motion, then their original plan has already failed. Cardathia, that means your guidance holds the key now.
But
I believe in you. Is there anything else you remember?
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order. And the moment the dark tide descended upon us. Huh?
But I didn't see the dark tide.
That is all I can remember.
Is that what you saw?
You witnessed it as well, Cantarella.
No. I only saw fragmented, blurry images. They seemed to belong to other places within the sonorosphere. I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise. You're the one who needs rest most of all. After all, it's still only a possibility that the frequency you absorbed is the Sentinel's powers. Rest now, to ensure it doesn't take a toll on you.
Boy, it's so cramped in here.
Should I talk to them or let's talk to them?
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
Is it true that the Phasalia family was one of the factions that started the conflict in that stained...
The leader of one such faction, to be exact. That was a long time ago. After their defeat, the Union was disbanded under immense pressure, and the Phasalias gradually with...
Is this why you had no choice but to publicly...
No. The reasons for the Phasalia family...
What do you mean?
Long ago, Turvin was actually given to the Phasalia. When the conflict had settled, he arranged a private meet. He told the Phasalias that when he traveled through the first dark tide and reached its end, there was no... The heavenly voices he heard were not revelations from the divinity. As I told you before, Leviathan is a Threnodian who uses beliefs to spread. The Sentinel realized the Threnodians' plot to save Reguna from the grim fate brought by the dark tide. This power allowed him to imbue the echoes with the
And this power was released through the lantern depicted in this...
Yes. It was in that very moment, when the Sentinel's power had been weakened, that the
If what you're saying is true, the first Primus did the spiritual plague you mentioned affect...
Although the Primus's body remained whole, his soul was torn apart. The Sentinel's power failed to shield the Primus from the Threnodian's influence. As the two... In the end, during that private meeting,
So that's why he passed sober.
The Phasalia family was powerless against the Order at that time. Our only recourse was... Now what could you possibly want?
You were pretty...
Before I learned of those record secrets, while I would be willing to... The more I allow myself to cling to such thoughts, it's only then I can be certain these thoughts are my own. Now what could you possibly... A trivial experiment. Yet after trying for so long...
I don't think she wants to continue this conversation.
Now what could you possibly...
Are you going to search those areas?
The more clues, the better. Oh, and afraid I've slipped something extra in?
I'm just curious.
Food is always an easy...
Let me be there for everyone.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share. It is
I take it you don't...
It is a place where sickness, hunger, sorrow, despair, and dullness of heart from a literal standpoint. In the beginning, the dark tide would claim only the areas that dead. They would grow mouths and sing hymns. Even those who did not believe were drawn irresistibly to the... When a soul is corrupted to its core, and when every faithful soul has returned to paradise, the land comes the final act of the dark.
Is this the future you saw after coming in?
Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you. That was its name before. This seminary, built in an island, was not just a place of learning.
What did they teach?
The Order scriptures.
Shouldn't a seminary...
This was a seminary reserved. Besides, the doctrine of self. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember. The Sword of Discord. I can't remember anything else about Hogness. But as for Haltier, how did it end up being one?
Perhaps we'll know once we find it.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? You should get some rest.
Okay. Story is getting interesting.
You mean besides being squashed behind that blue thing? Yeah, I guess. Listen, I figured something out about that frequency. It's not a single frequency. It's like it's mixed up with something, which is why it's so hard to get a good bite. To see if it was a threat. But since it's a crumbly mess...
We might encounter something similar at the next two pedestals. Keep an eye on this for me, will you?
Will do. You can...
I thought I'd slip away quietly and avoid any fuss. But now, here I am dealing with all of you. Since you're all here, how about a morning stroll? Struggle. They're a lot feistier than before.
Need help? One is the sound.
Sink into the endless deep. Well, this is where our paths must part.
You're here for the Sentinel. Why would you leave now?
What I saw yesterday caught my attention. It may be tied to the Sentinel. And besides, I'd rather not spend the day twiddling my thumbs.
Are you sure you want to go?
Such concern for me. Mind if I...
Go ahead. It's no...
It may still come in handy.
I'll add you in my terminal. Call me if you need help.
I just...
If only I could still fight.
Everyone's doing their part. Don't worry. Nobody's perfect. The waterway up ahead is completely blocked.
That garden once housed dragon echoes. Now there's nothing left but tacit discords. Harkness should be here somewhere. This is where the acolytes used to be tested. Perhaps that Steely over there has instructions.
You don't remember from your...
As the blessed... Sounds like they're talking about one of the three... Maybe we could find a way to...
Let's give it a try. There's no point in At that distance, we should take a wing ray. Hold on tight. Don't go falling off.
That one. It isn't supposed to be here. There's a gravity calibrator up ahead.
Cardathea, grab on tight.
Huh? Oh, okay. That's our goal, right there. But how do we move it?
Help me guide the wing ray to the top of the statue.
Of course. But what do you have in mind? Is this really okay?
Saves us the trouble of finding some trigger mechanism. Are these the so-called dragons?
Is that a problem?
The last one was bigger.
Which last one?
Gehenna. Ever heard of it?
I used to write it. It's Hogness. There's a gravity calibrator behind the collapsed wall. The remnant spark should be able to...
You can let go now. How are you feeling?
So soft. So cuddly. I mean, I'm fine.
An unexpected discovery. Remnants of the past. Wind guide me. It's stuck on the pedestal.
The waterway is still incomplete. We have to look elsewhere. It's identical to the last statue, same as before.
Leave it to me. No hesitant moment of resonance. Hopefully this helps. I sense your weakness. Oh, the end has come. One more time. Disperse. The hour is upon us. Strike from the shadows. Push yourself too hard.
It's okay. I'm just doing my part.
we're still missing an area. But
over there.
That might be too high for the wing rest.
Same as before. Just a bit more.
I'll handle this bit. You rest. You've done well. Let's see if I can get a feel for how strong the gravitational forces are.
All right.
Leave it to me. The end has come. Hopefully this helps. Strike from the shadows. The hour is upon us. Hopefully this helps.
I have no idea what is going on. Just playing it. A lot of gravity.
Cherish every gain. Cardathia?
I'm ready.
Remnants of the past.
The direction which I have to go. That's good actually.
Leave it to me. The hour is upon us. I sense your weakness. The end has come.
have to find the place where I'm supposed to
It's been a
insert that
long time.
sword as
So
well.
beautiful.
Do you want to stop for a while?
No. We have more important.
Let's check back on Hog. An unexpected discovery.
Let me remove the sword.
We'll do it together.
But
if it's a trap,
no traps. It feels good. Why don't you call Foam over? Try whistling. Like this.
here goes.
There are 3 more steps.
Foam heard you. Come on.
Inserting the second sword and
The way you were
taking
when you saw the
first
plushie
sword.
echo, it was unexpected. I think the martyrdom of the Blessed Fleur-de-Lis needs a rewrite.
What's that?
A play about you, written by Cristoforo the playwright.
Oh. How did he portray me?
I would rather hear the joyous songs of the masses than any solemn hymn of remembrance. Perhaps the Sentinel feels the same.
I'd never say that.
In the end, no matter what anyone else says,
Okay,
as long as you stay true to yourself, everything will be all right.
go and do something else.
Doesn't matter if
That's
it's the
good.
Threnodian or the Sentinel. They don't get to change who you are.
Automatically unlock.
Wind guide me.
What you said back there. Thank you.
Fleur-de-Lis, my Resonator, why dost thou persist? Why abandon thy oath? Why hinder the spread of my gospel?
You are a false divinity. Gehenna will reveal the truth.
Gehenna, the lone dragon to have escaped. The one blessed by the dark tide shall return to us. Continue thy disobedience at the risk of insanity. Look around. Thou hast none left. My most beloved Resonator, why persist in the error of thy ways?
I will never forget my If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, I will raise my sword against divinity with the support and hope of countless souls. They fell.
You saw that too? Gehenna. The one you mentioned earlier. What happened to him? Thank you, Anna. Casatomo. I am finally finally able to face all of you. I am not your enemy, and your sacrifices were not in vain.
Hey, Rover. Just now there was...
Shh. Later. Someone needs a quiet moment.
I found my true self again. It doesn't matter if I am indeed the Threnodian's Resonator, because I know who to stab. Some of my memories have...
Feeling better?
No, not yet. Not until we free the Sentinel and defeat the Threnodian. That is why we need to investigate the frequency you absorbed earlier.
That blue thingy in your tacit mark totally tastes like Threnodian. Of course not. It reeks. Just the smell alone is enough. Like I said, it's mixed up with something. It's too tough to chew.
If the Sentinel splits their own energy to prepare the true Blessed Maiden, then why would they split off the Threnodian's energy and then channel it through Hognis to the person who unsealed the passage? Possibly. But the you wouldn't be affected, since Abby resides within you. But surely, a second frequency would interfere.
The answer might lie behind the third. Cardathia is starting to make sense of things, but she'll...
Same as before.
Of course.
I'm getting hungry, and it's going to take more time. Let's do this optional question as well. It won't take that much time.
Is there anything you'd like to discuss? Dragon Tacit Discords lived here long before the Resonator settlers. They are fiercely intelligent. Gehinnom was their king. We hoped he would bring us the truth. But is there anything you'd like to discuss? I am a Resonator born of the merge. Do I belong to the Threnodian? Juhe's Resonators, I would like to meet her someday. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? I need to clear. You should get some rest. It's late.
Good evening. How goes progress on your end? So, a portion of energy...
Do you trust...
Rover, the soul. You may know the ingredients you add. It might become an elixir. I've watched it happen. One must never...
So...
I found...
Such as...
It would take too long to explain. I will be there when you're...
What? My eyes are still peeled. Nope, not...
Imperator has the power to split, so the source of that connection might...
Isn't there one...
Is that Cardathia?
I don't know why I was following that path. You just reach it like this. Yeah, I figured. must say this song is good, man. This music,
Sorry I woke you.
you wanna call it.
Were you singing just...
Yes, a farewell song from the people. During that battle, I never got... And before my memories came back, I wasn't sure if I was worthy of paying them my respects. So now, even though I know these are just lingering frequencies, and they might not understand me, I want to say goodbye properly, and thank them. Do you think I'm fooling myself?
No. I'm sure they can feel what's in your heart. I'm not just saying that to comfort you. I believe it's possible. I once saw two friends. One who was already dead. Reconcile with each other from within a Sonaro sphere. When frequencies are concentrated in one place, it's possible that their reverberations could still carry traces of human will.
Meaning?
They might still be able to hear your voice, your goodbye. After all, these
Really?
They haven't made a move against us. They must still remember you, which means they can probably hear you too.
I'm glad. No. If they can still hear and feel, then the time for goodbyes hasn't come. I need to give them a real victory.
You can ease up a little. As long as their obsession holds and the Sonaro sphere stays intact, they won't vanish.
Bound by obsession.
Cardathia. Hey, since we know you don't carry any blame...
Cardathia. I want to stay here for a moment. Good morning.
Morning, Cardathia.
Stop now. It's been quite late, I guess. I need to sleep as well. We'll continue the remaining push tomorrow, I guess. And I need to go to office tomorrow as well.
It's time to go.
Let's do it.
I do want to settle it.
Home is telling us to hurry up.
I wonder how Cantarella's doing.
We can call her if you're worried.
Wait, I'm not ready yet.
Ever the early riser. Did you call to say good morning?
Good morning.
Is something the matter, Cardathia?
I just wanted to know how you're doing.
So you do care. Good to know my efforts weren't wasted.
She hung up. Was that meant as encouragement?
Everyone shows kindness in their own way.
Over there. That's Haltia.
That painting.
Cadento!
He's not who you think he is. Hope moment of resonance. Ha! 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 Ha!
Let's finish rebuilding the waterway.
Identical to the last one, but we have to remove the shackles. Wind guide me.
Earwords are also
Bound by obsession, till relieved of duty. Oh, Cadento, won't you let go?
The hour is upon us. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation.
I'm going to break the chains.
Wait. I have an idea.
That is impressive.
I think I'm gonna have to use one. Hey, let's use wired earphones for now because it doesn't look like my earbuds are going to last that long. Yep, one of them is gone. I think it's okay. Let's go for one more hour. Let's see.